It's TGI Now time, back again in the K420 studio discussing real, authentic truth talk, freedom of speech, and living in the now. Freeing your mind.
One episode at a time. Shit, we trying.
Boom. There we go. What's going on, fellas?
Yo, what's up?
Well, we're almost on time today.
That's okay.
We were pretty close today.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to say.
But this is now we go.
No, when I saw that was Jeep, I said, "Oh shit, he's here before me." What time is it?
I know. I was like, "Holy shit, that's crazy."
Yeah,
that's too funny.
Y'all trying to say,
right?
Yeah.
Get on it. Get on time. That's great. So we got some craziness going on again. It seems like it's the same old. You know, it's like back again with the Epstein, and then the Netanyahu's come to see Trump, and we get peace in the Middle East. And it's like it's just one thing after another. Elon's crying the blues now. He doesn't like Trump. He wants to start a new party. And he doesn't like him. And they're like little girls fighting over on X. It's such a good movie. I'm just like, it's just getting out of control. Just everything, man. It's nonsense. You know, it's theater. Like I always say, it's theater for the masses.
Yeah, it's just a waste as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just pulled up some scripture that I want to talk about as soon as we get into this thing.
All right, go ahead. You got it.
No, I just wanted, because, we were talking about before the podcast started about the Epstein file.
Yep.
And not only the Epstein files, fucking Diddy's found not guilty. So all this stuff.
Well, he wasn't found not guilty.
Well, he was found not guilty of the conspiracy of all the higher charges. He was found guilty of some bullshit.
Yeah, he wasn't found not guilty.
Well, he was found not guilty of the bigger charges. Come on. It's not guilty.
I'm not going to argue about it, but
so instead of doing life for 25 years, he may do 2 or 3.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? So it's a big deal.
Well, it's another. No, it's not a big. It's another distraction. It's the same thing.
It is a distraction, whatever the case may be. But what is it that they're hiding?
Well, you tell me. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, go ahead, tell me.
I don't have a clue. If I knew, I wouldn't be asking the question. What is it that they're hiding?
No, well, you have to have an idea. What do you think?
I mean, I'm sure they're hiding people who fucking did all kinds of crazy shit. They got all kinds of fucking things. Look. The Bible says, right? Just because I pulled it up before. Hold on, let me find it. I'm blind as a bat, so I gotta fucking pick it up.
I thought you got your eye. I thought you got your eye fixed.
No. Fucking
no.
My eye fixed. I'm glad you said eye, not eye. Anyway, for there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. So. Nothing.
Oh, that's What did you just reread that again?
Yeah, you heard it.
Wait a minute.
Nothing.
Well, hold on. Go ahead. I think I just retweeted that today.
Yeah, it says, "For there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed."
Here it is, right here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull it up right here.
Look at that.
See it. Hold on. I'm gonna pull
it up. And nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open.
Hold on.
Brought to the light.
Just tweeted that today. You saw the tweet. Come
I
on.
didn't see the tweet, brother.
Here it is, right here. No, that's not it. Damn. Wait, hold on. I know I did. I did. I posted it.
You probably wanted to.
I know you've seen it.
I didn't see it, bro.
You saw it.
Fuck that.
Oh my God.
If I saw, why would I be looking for it on Bible search?
There it is. I'm going to find it. Hold on. I know I posted it.
Okay.
That shit forever ago. He ain't seen it.
No. I'm telling you, I did.
Coinkadink.
Yeah. No, I did.
Anyway,
that's crazy you wrote that up.
Just to say, again, just to get to what the point I'm trying to get. Okay, you posted it. I didn't see it though. Yeah. But the point is this, John, is that I think that everything that's hidden, like you're talking about, that is hidden for a certain reason, whatever the case may be, but everything that's hidden will be exposed to the light, bro. So right now they don't want to show the files for whatever the reason may be, because there may be, too much interruption in the system.
Yep.
As the podcaster you put on before, or the guy speaking, too much interruption. It would just bring too much disruption. Yeah, chaos. Because too many people that are like he was saying before, bankers, people like that deal with economy, real fucking, these fucking super elites.
Well, and it's even people that we don't know. That's what I was talking to somebody
you
today.
Have no clue about.
Exactly. I was talking to somebody today, and they were like, "Well, who are these? Who is these people, or who are those elite, or whatever?" And I said, "It's names that we don't even know." That's the thing.
See, but the thing is this, and I'll be 100 with you. I could give a
I know. Yeah.
About, it's just a point. Like, why say you're going to do something and then not do it? If you never mentioned it in your campaign, the Epstein files, the JFK files, the MKL files, I haven't heard about anything. So why even mention it? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because it should have never been mentioned. Who gives a fuck about the Epstein files? Because the truth of it is, that's old news.
Yeah.
If the guy killed himself or not, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
So
you're
the
right.
point, and I don't think most people care.
No.
Most people are concerned of what they're paying in the gas pump, what they're paying in the grocery stores, their light bill. Businesses like myself, small businesses shutting down. That's what people are fucking concerned about. Epstein, I could give a shit about that fucking guy.
I heard it's right here. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. No, 100%. Yeah. For nothing is secret that will not be revealed, nor anything hidden that will not be known and will come to the light. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now.
When did you put it out?
I put it out 4 hours ago.
Yeah, but I didn't see that, bro.
See, look at that.
4 hours ago, what was I doing?
Look at that.
Coincidence.
It's right there. For nothing is secret that will not be revealed, nor anything hidden that will not be known to come to light. Luke 8:17.
Okay, so we're in agreement.
Yeah.
So we're in agreement. So I didn't see that post. But what the point is what I'm telling you is that everything will be brought to light. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. No, I know you do. No. I think that a big thing is what is that? Is that Jeff? Oh, that's Mike. I have so many questions. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it comes down to is that we know it will. We know it deep down. We're remembering that this is all going to happen, and we're here for that purpose. We're here to bear witness. Remember what I told you? What I said, God, the download I got was God's. It's already over. Like it's taken care of. But now you're going to bear witness to it. So now you have to be ready. And that's what that video says of that guy I played with you earlier, that some people, like your neighbors, are not ready. They're not ready to hear this. Even though you're saying, I don't care about Epstein and people worry about gas. I get that. But there's a lot of people out there that are watching Fox News and they're watching CNN and they're going, wait a minute. Now, if Epstein didn't do anything, he didn't have any lists, then why did he kill himself? That doesn't make any sense. Why was he in jail then? Why is Ghislaine Maxwell in jail and being sentenced to trafficking kids if he did nothing? So it's making them think. Go ahead, Rondell.
I've been watching the Elon and Trump go back and forth. And that guy in that podcast we watched before this, he was saying that this shit is all like a distraction.
Yep.
Reverse psyop. If we're fighting, it makes us look like they can get in between us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, who gives a fuck about Epstein, bro?
Exactly.
When there's too much other shit that's really going on.
Like, they have shit they have to do up the road. They knew we got to go to fucking... There's NASA they have to investigate still because of shit. The money that has disappeared out of NASA. Mm-hmm. Fucking, there's a bunch of other places they have to go in. Not just the fucking federal tax building. Not just U.S. aid. It's a bunch of these motherfuckers they have to go through. We can't just have y'all ready for when we pop up. Let's distract.
It's distracting. Yeah,
we got to fight.
We know that this is a distraction, and we know what they want to do is keep your eyes off of the problem.
One of Elon's best friends is fucking Kanye West, a rapper who has admitted to beefing with people just to make money.
Yeah, it's true.
He literally says, I literally will grab somebody, tell them, hey, we're going to release our album on the same day. We're going to look like we not in agreement with it the whole time.
Yep.
Let's see. Watch how our sales go.
Obviously, when we had that last podcast that John and I were fucking beefing, it just fucking shut up. People like that shit. But the point is, bro, what's the truth? The truth is, after the podcast, me and John kiss like I normally do. I kiss John on the cheek like I do every fucking day after the podcast, and I fucking said later, I'll see you tomorrow morning. So nothing's changed, but the point is, that's the truth. You see, what's the truth behind what they're saying?
Something's coming.
What's going on behind the scenes when the fucking when the cameras aren't on?
I think Rondell just said it. Something's coming. I think that's
they're not doing
that's
this.
What I'm talking about.
Think about where they're sitting, the type of people they are back and forth, and we fucking got to sit in the same office. This is a play. Somebody they finna pull some shit. They both finna pull some shit. It looked like shit separated, but then when they pull this card, it's gonna look crazy. Everybody gonna be like, whoa. How did what?
I think he's right.
You know what I want to see? I want to go woo when I see gas under $2.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to go woo when I got fucking 4 bags of groceries and it only cost me $100, not 3. You know what I mean? I want to go woo. So my fucking taxes aren't fucking killing me, and I'm fucking paying the government more than I'm paying myself. You understand? So that's when I go, ooh,
I agree.
I can give a fuck about whoever's on there or all that other shit. I'm talking about reality. People like myself that are fucking worried about the fucking, the system fucking ripping us off.
Yeah, so, I think it's a little bit of a lot of oohs coming. I think a lot of abundance is coming. Oof. Yeah. I think there's a
weight off the chest.
I think there's a lot of truth coming, which is ooh. So I think there's a lot of that coming as well. I think we're going to be hit with a lot of oohs coming real soon, and I think that like Rondell said, something's coming, and we can feel it. Now, the people that we were talking about in the podcast before the show was that your neighbor, the ones that are not paying attention, the ones that aren't listening to anything that we're talking about, that aren't like, because we're in a different frequency than a lot of people. You got to remember that. Like, we're seeing things from a different lens. We put the glasses on, so we see it, I mean, we're having an event at Filthy's on Thursday night, talking about this stuff.
Yeah. So check this out. Yeah. So I got the retail shop, right? I got the CBD shop, right? So I meet different people and we talk. Mm-hmm. And I noticed that you got people who watch the news and know what's happening. You got people that watch the news and believe the lies. Yep. And then you have people that don't know anything.
Yeah, there's three different types.
People who don't know anything that's going on. You talk about Israel and Iran, how they're in war, really? Yeah. Like they don't even know.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they're too busy watching On the Family or whatever the shows are today. They're too busy watching that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yep. That they're not fucking paying attention. I mean, in a way, I kind of envy those people.
That's ignorance is bliss. That's the red pill and the blue pill. That's the ignorance is bliss. So if you want to be ignorant and bliss, that's fine. But the woo that we're talking about, what's coming, that's going to hurt a little bit more because of the fact that they were ignorant. And bliss.
Absolutely.
So that's what the guy
be locked in. Yeah,
that's what the guy said in that video. They're going to be. That's going to put them in they ain't going to leave their house for days or weeks or months because they're going to be like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? Like scared. That woo didn't feel so good.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
That woo was like a punch in the fucking gut.
Exactly, and that's I think is what's really being is going to be pushed to the limit. It's going to be pushed to that precipice, like we've always talked about. That time where we just have no other choice but to make change. To be like, no, we're not doing this anymore. Like this is bullshit. Like this is not how this is going. This is not how this is going.
No,
we win. God wins. And now we have to bear witness to it. We're able to have eyes to see. We put the glasses on. Other people haven't put the glasses on. So those are the people you're talking about. The ones that are like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to put that on. I know exactly what's going on. I watch the news.
We go back to the scripture where you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that sets you free. Like a lot of people like to say, make you free.
Yeah, no.
Because when you're made free, it's like you're like a made man. You're made free. It's like freedom is created for you.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're made free, so.
And that's a big part of it. That's what we're dealing with as far as the reverse psyop, like Rondell said, it's a reverse psyop. It's that battle back and forth, that mental wobbling to where you have to find that middle and say, yeah, okay, I see what's going on. It's just a distraction. I get it. I see what's happening. Trump's like, oh, we're talking about Epstein, all this. And why are we talking about this moron? He's doing that to make the other side that doesn't believe anything he says go, wait a minute, he doesn't want to release the files, then I want to release the files. All of a sudden they're going to beg for it. And then it's going to backfire on them is what's going to happen. Like Rondell said, is something's coming. Something's going to be dropped. It's going to fucking blow the hammer off it, because he's playing chess. He's playing chess with these idiots because they're not real bright.
I kind of feel bad for some people in the world because some people ain't never been in a fight before. Not to say that's a bad thing, but there are people I had a friend one time, he told me and Josh straight up, if somebody try to fight me, I'm going to just let them beat my ass. And when he said that, I just looked at him. I'm like, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody tried to fight you in front of me, I'm going to beat their ass. And because I saw you lay down,
I'm going to beat your ass.
I'm going to slap the shit out of you. I ain't going to beat your ass because I know you ain't going to fight me back. But I'm going to slap the fuck out of you for letting them try you like that. As a man, I'm going to smack the shit out you. Because you didn't try to defend, you just said, fuck it, put your arms down, didn't even put up a stance or nothing. You ain't gonna try? You ain't gonna try?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I done had a friend one time. We down out clubbing.
You stand up to me, bro.
Right, bro? Bro.
What are you talking about?
Like, what?
I'll knock your
Bro,
ass
like,
out.
Without a question, bro. Fuck that.
I had a friend one time, bro. He told me we was down in Melbourne, and some dudes just like they was deep, we was deep, and they came around the corner talking crazy. When they cut the corner, like they like cut through us. No excuse me, none of that. Like we moved to the side for them and everything. Like, but they up and down on us while they walking by. And my boy, he grabbed one. Like one of them said something when he was walking by, and he grabbed his face. He just grabbed his face. I knew right then. We just start taking off. This motherfucker. And then the boys, like when we was fighting, they just got up and took off running down the western end. My boy, he gonna talk about something. Oh yeah, you guys fight them again. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, I looked at this motherfucker, but we all just stopped.
Oh my God.
Stared at this motherfucker like, what did you just say?
That's funny.
Like, bro, I just walked away from him, bro. I was like, yeah, bro, I almost hit him, bro. I just finished fighting, and I'm just like, you gonna say that of all things, bro?
God.
Let me tell you something. I could recall a time that I got into an argument with this guy at the shop, and I'm talking about Josh. He was like fucking 17, bro. He was working for me at the dealership as a salesman. He was helping me with the internet. And I don't know, I got into an argument with a salesman, an ex-sheriff. And fucking Josh out of nowhere, bro. He couldn't see me arguing, bro. So we're talking about walking away from fights. Not my DNA, bro.
Right?
That motherfucker code clocked that motherfucker, bro.
Wow.
He did 90 days for that shit.
90 days.
Poor kid. Right after he graduated high school, he had to go to jail.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
So yeah.
Bro, just imagine those people when this, if they try to release this shit, for some reason, these weak motherfuckers, they ain't coming out the house.
No, Henry, I agree.
They're not coming out the fucking house.
Sonny said I am super calm amongst the chaos. Yeah, that's exactly what it comes down to. Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah,
So
I ain't worried about it.
I'm chilling.
Right.
You get in my bubble, you getting hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You get in the bubble, you getting hit.
Well, because that's what it comes down to, and that's why we did the show all these years, is for that exact reason, is to put it out there to we can.
But the point is what Rondell's saying, we could take it as like, yeah, we're badasses, but the truth of it is, we all have to be badasses. We all have to stand up.
Yeah.
Because the fight, like something is coming.
Yeah.
And we God's preparing us for a reason.
Yeah.
Because the battle is his to fight. Remember, for our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities in the air, all kinds of evil forces.
Exactly.
And we need to recognize those forces, and we need to be vigilant. We need to be strong.
Yep.
Can't be weak, bro.
Yep.
We can't be hiding, bro. We have to stand up knowing by faith that we got backup, that those angels and God himself will back them up. One of the things that I heard, a sermon one time about, Goliath, how David, with a little rock, because he was a little man, he couldn't grab a big stone, he threw it with a sling.
Yeah.
With a little rock, figure about maybe 2 inches, knocked out a giant. But if you hit the giant in the head, why didn't he fall back? The giant fell face first.
Yeah.
Because I'm a firm believer that God smacked that giant in the head, because David had faith to believe that little rock that he threw
that makes sense. Yeah.
will knock that giant down. Yeah. And what happened? That giant went down. So in life, we have to take those little pebbles by faith and knock down those giants, however they may be. So what's happening, what's coming, we don't have much. We may have our weapons, but what is that compared to what's coming? We have to have faith and fight it, knowing that we got backup, because we're going in there with faith. Yeah. Remember that. Because most battles that were won in the Old Testament were won by faith. Some of them were won by just singing around forts. There's no fights. Yeah. Yeah. The battle doesn't mean that we fight with these. The battle means that we fight with this, with heart.
No.
Get it?
No.
Because anybody could throw hands.
Right.
But do you have heart?
Right. Yeah. Is you gonna fight when you scared?
Yeah. You got heart?
Yeah.
What the fuck is scared?
Yeah.
No, that's what it is.
The fuck is scared?
That's what it is. At the end of the day,
I get excited as a motherfucker.
For a fight, I get scared. But to face the unknown and say you ain't got no fear, that's kind of crazy. I mean, because you're gonna see some shit you ain't never seen before, shit you won't understand. But see me, I'm crazy.
Yeah,
I'm slap fucked up. Like I'm expecting to see the most fucked up shit. I'm expecting to see it. I've been ready for it since a child.
Yeah, you've been trying to fucking school me since you were fucking.
I'm ready to see the most fucked up shit possible. If I'm one of the 144,000,
we are.
I am ready to see the fucked up shit.
We are one of the 144.
My mind just.
I truly believe that, bro. Yeah. I truly believe that we represent 3 different tribes here. You know, because that's why, bro, you're a young black man, bro. I'm dealing with this white tribe boy here. Right? It's the truth, man. And then my Latino ass. There was a reason why we chose the dynamics and the way we chose it. To let people know, man, that, you know, we're here to fucking inform you and tell you some truth. Look, our podcast, you know, we may just have, you know, maybe 30, 40,000 listeners. But the point is, man, you know, those 30, 40,000, that's why I always say share the show. Share it. You know, if you believe our truth, if anything we say, you know, fucking, if you could identify with any way, share the show. Hit share, subscribe. It's important to us to get it. We're not looking for any sponsors, bro. We don't want sponsors. We don't want nobody telling us what the fuck to do. Caps Pizza that we're going to put out right now, Caps is awesome. Caps is a patriot. I mean, he's out in Oslo Road. If you guys looking for some good pizza or anything like that, I mean, they made me a cheese and a steak and cheese sub, nice pepperoni pizza or sausage pizza. I'm telling you, man, you guys need anything, check out Caps, man. Caps is the place to go. You know,
check them out. Yeah, they're doing a fundraiser for I guess one of their patrons passed away. This guy Pepe.
So put them up.
Yeah, they're doing an event for him. Pepe's Give Back.
Okay.
So
we got to go check that out. But we got
Saturday.
Okay, we got to drop in.
Yep. Thanks.
Yeah, so make sure you guys drop in, man.
These events. Yeah, check them out.
You know, there'll be good food served. You know, I mean, obviously, it's for a good cause. One thing about Johnny always does these things. You know, he always puts it out for people. Yep. You know, John's a good person, man. You know, so if you're supporting John, you're supporting a good business, man. You're supporting a really good shop. Yep. You know, so make sure you check them out and support my shop too. You know,
they had live music on Sunday, so that was good. Yeah. And then also we have.
I saw that they had some live music.
Yeah, they had live music, and then also we're doing a conspiracy club get together at Filthy's on Thursday night at 6:00. Yeah, we got a bunch of people coming. So it's Conspiracy Club 101.
What time is it on Thursday?
6:00 on Thursday.
I gotta go. I gotta
go. We might do a live. I might do a live from. I think Mike from To The Point. I think he.
Listen,
I think he might.
My
come
thing
down.
is not that I need a class. It's just some of the stuff I'm not. You got to show me.
Yeah. And so so we're doing. Are you curious about hidden truths behind vaccines, endless wars, elite establishment, flat Earth theories,
but you know something?
Population
when
agenda.
I saw the 4, I thought about us, right? And I put. Obviously, I'm the astronaut, right?
Yeah, right. I'm the lizard.
Yeah, Rondell's the alien, and then you got fucking Nick up there.
Nick Novak.
Yeah. So that's what I saw when I saw this. Right? I said, "Oh shit! Look at the squad." That's like I said. I put TGI now.
Right, I know.
I tagged the show.
That was awesome. So if anybody's local, Vero Beach, come down to Filthy's, and it's Thursday at 6:00. We'll be talking about a bunch of different things. We're just going to get together, and then we're thinking about doing an event to where we'd have some guest speakers like Jordan that came on our show. Maybe him come over and
Jordan
talk.
Hart,
have him speak. Maybe a couple of his friends that he knows that are on Truthers that have like a large following.
That sounds like a plan.
Have them come and speak, and then have like music in between, because one of the guys that's part of the Conspiracy Club has a band that plays at Filthy's. So there's a lot of them are musicians that play at Filthy's.
That sounds good. I mean, I like Filthy's. I don't go to bars, but I mean, I like Nick. Let's put it down.
Speaking. So check it out. Conspiracies. Did you hear like 2 months ago? This guy, he got caught in a storm out in fucking like Maine.
No.
And fucking after the storm went away, he just happened to look over the side of his boat. He sees like a mile-long cage. Goes down, looks at it. He's like, yeah. Oh, shit. This shit say Zone F, NASA. Stay out.
Are you
Let me get the fuck back on my boat. Go to turn around. He can hear the metal behind him clinking.
Holy crap.
He look around and he see a 60-foot shark inside that cage.
Wow.
He said, I got the fuck on my boat, got the fuck out of there. He said, I came back with my friends about 2 weeks later. Cage is moved.
That's some crazy shit going on,
crazy, dude.
You know, there's a base. NASA has a base under the water.
Well, I knew that.
What the fuck?
Wow.
But there's more than one base on the water.
Right?
Yeah.
Russia has one down there. Japan has one.
There's apparently some people that have been living down there since the 70s.
Huh. Interesting.
Did you see the other day they found a fucking family in a fucking bomb shelter from the 50s?
No. I didn't see that. You got to send me this shit.
70 years they've been down there.
You got to send me this stuff.
They put the whole family in like rehabilitation because...
What was this?
This is just yesterday.
Oh, shit.
Bro.
How the fuck?
Dude, how did I not see that? Is it real?
Real.
I got to see this. You got to send me that. That's crazy, dude. The fuck?
That shit's insane.
Yeah. What's that thing I got to watch on Netflix, too? You told me to watch. I got Netflix again.
Or where Jesus is a gangster.
Yeah. What was it called again?
Book of Clarence.
Can I tell you something, though? Jesus was a gangster, bro.
You gonna see it, bro. You got to watch this movie.
I got to tell you, but if you read you could read it in the Bible, bro.
Book of Clarence.
Let me tell you, the man was homeless, right? He comes from money because his family was in Joseph, his stepdad, was a carpenter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they came from money. So
he decided to walk the streets.
He decided to be homeless, and serious, you know. So he was gangster to me, bro. I mean, he went into places where they didn't want him, bro. I mean, they had to kill him.
They had to kill him.
Fucked up. Think about it, though. Yeah, what you do with a gangster?
Yeah.
You try to kill him, right?
It's true.
Because he's disruptive.
That's why they try to kill Trump.
You got bro. You have
true
to
story.
See this shit, bro. Right? Like, this shit is the funniest, most accurate. If Jesus really was the way he was, I could see it going down just the way it happened in that movie. Like, bro, watch the movie and you'll be like, watch
it tonight now. Yeah.
You're gonna be in that bitch like, okay, what?
Yeah, I gotta
like, bro, this shit makes so much sense.
I used to have this picture, man, this poster of Christ. It wasn't a poster, it was a painting. Christ on a motorcycle. And it said that if Christ was right next to you, he'll be on a motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
He was an outlaw.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All
He'd be a damn 1%er.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay.
That's what he was.
All right.
He was an outlaw.
He's a 1%er.
He was.
Damn sure was.
Hell yeah, boy, he's gangster as fuck.
So,
and he had a crew with him. Remember? He had a crew.
I gotta watch.
He had his 12.
Yeah.
Fire.
He had his dozen too.
Right.
You know, that's a posse. There would be 12 bikes behind him.
Yeah. Carolyn said Jesus called out all the snakes.
Yeah,
bro, the part where he calls out Judas for betrayal.
Oh man,
it's the funniest fucking part of the movie, bro. Funniest fucking part of the movie.
Put it out there.
Book of Clarence.
The Book of Clarence.
Funniest
I
fucking
think I
part of the
seeing it.
You will cry laughing when that part comes up.
I'm talking about
what
is it on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay, I gotta see.
Netflix push some boundaries over there.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I was watching Black Mirror.
Black Mirror is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
If you ever want to watch
I haven't watched it.
Twilight Zone,
some new
type,
Black Mirror.
It's literally Twilight Zone technology. Like they put the spin on how dangerous technology is now.
Big time. Especially the new Black Mirror one.
Well, I gotta tell you, I think technology. I think this is the most dangerous thing that they created.
Shit, that virtual shit is probably crazy.
It was all by design.
I think that phone right there is probably the worst thing that they created.
Because it was all by design. That's all.
Because now you can't live without the fucking thing.
It's all part of the thing. So we got a little bit of breaking news too.
Put it out there.
It looks like the FBI is pursuing criminal investigation against John Brennan and James Comey now. So that now this is popping up all of a sudden now. So another distraction, exactly. So now what's going to happen with that? Now that's Russiagate.
Just fucking, you know what that is? 3 months of fucking news.
Yeah,
they're going to make people fucking think that something else is going on. In the background, they're fucking ripping us off or doing some shit.
Russia. Now here we go. It's all starting up. It's all starting up again. Here we go.
I don't trust none of it, bro.
Here we go, and then you got Jake Tapper. He's now he wants the Epstein list to come out now. Now he's like, you got to put it out now. Jake Tapper demands President Trump release Epstein file, his autopsy, and the report of his death. Americans are being played for fools. That's on CNN now. So the CNN people are watching this now, and they're going to get triggered by it now.
All they're doing is endorsing.
They didn't want it out of it when fucking Biden was in office. They didn't touch that. They didn't touch the fucking subject. They didn't speak on that motherfucker when fucking Biden was in office.
Let's talk.
Never said Epstein.
And what did you just say earlier? What did you just say earlier? Reverse what? Reverse psychology.
Yeah,
reverse psychology.
You just mentioned Biden. Now, this is another theory that I think. Okay, just a little more real.
Yep.
Okay.
A little more real. Like,
and what I mean is just that all the other stuff is just stuff that I listen to. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just me. I never said it's not real to y'all. It's not real to me.
I know.
Okay. All I'm saying to you is that maybe Biden administration got rid of all those files.
Nah, I doubt that.
Why not? They where's that fucking client list?
I don't think that file could get rid of. You can't get rid of that file.
They got everything.
Epstein probably wasn't even like the top of the list.
It's like they're in the back shredding shit. Everything's recorded. Everything's digital. If you did something, Eddie, they track and trace you so quick you know what hit you. Exactly.
They know what I've done.
Exactly. If you just went outside and just went achoo, and they were like, oh, they like the way Eddie sneezed. They pick us up. It'd be on camera.
I'm an easy find.
And so I mean, so are they.
I'm being tracked.
So are they. But so are they. So are they. They're tracked and traced true. They're being tracked and traced too.
But the whole point is that
so it can't be destroyed technically. Nothing gets destroyed.
Especially information through technology.
Exactly.
Everything can be recovered.
Exactly.
Well, remember Space Force too. Space Force is collecting data.
No data.
There you go.
And they do it through fucking satellites because the phone, the computer, everything is internet based, and even if it's Bluetooth based, because you have computers that work off Bluetooth that are not on the internet, and that's even fucking being tracked in Space Force because everything is satellite based now. So they know the truth. Exactly. So all I'm saying is this: why say you're going to put it out if you're not? Why are you putting out a distraction, Mr. Trump? Why do that? That's my question. Don't mention it, and I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? But all this other bullshit. Now, my concern is that young people were fucking raped. Okay, that's always been my concern. Okay, so all the other nonsense that may be exposed, nuclear, all this other bullshit, don't matter to me because that to me is fucking bullshit. What's real is that fucking real little kids, young women were fucking trafficked and fucking abused and raped.
Yeah, there's victims. There's definitely victims. There's victims that speak out about it.
Look what happened to the girl.
Yep.
The girl, they say she committed suicide. She died in a bus accident. My ass. They killed her.
Yeah. That's it.
No telling how many of them.
Come on, man. What the fuck? Let's talk about that. Who gives a fuck actually about the files? Let's talk about who raped these little girls.
That's what comes down to. And I think that's why that video that we talked about earlier, the guy that talked about explained it's a little too much for people to wrap their head around. It's going to be.
But he also speaks about nuclear, banking, economy. I'm talking about fuck all that other bullshit.
But it comes down to everything.
All right, look. All I want is this. Let's forget about who did it.
All right, let's play.
Hold on a second. Let's forget about who did it. But let's concentrate on the victims. Let's get them fucking, where we can get them help, compensate, and all this other bullshit. Because I know it was more than 2 or 3. There was a lot. We haven't heard about them. That's my concern. Where let's bring out the victim list. Okay, the young women and the young men that were fucking abused. Okay. Then I'm good with that. Fuck who did it. Because who did it probably going to get away with it any fucking way. I mean, they probably got some fucking little kid that's missing anyway in their basement, the fucking fags.
Craziest part about it, the laws.
Don't get me started, bro. I don't fuck around, bro. I hate this.
Carolyn said that the technology was happening in the 70s. They could see in your window even back then.
Oh yeah,
so they're all being tracked and traced. It's not like they could destroy the evidence. So that's what it comes down to.
Before we got the internet was already out.
100%.
You know what I mean? That internet's been out there since probably the 50s, the 40s.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
they have technology that's way ahead of the game when it comes to all that. They just release it. That's why, like you just said about the phone, they just released the technology slowly and sure. Look at everything that we've seen since we were young, between the radio, the TV, and then the VCR, and then the CDs and the DVDs.
I was born right at the end of beepers.
Yeah, so beepers, beepers was a big
the
deal.
Two-way.
Yeah, the Nextel, the two-way.
Yeah, that fucking little thing you flip up and talk.
I can tell you, I remember back in the 70s, and this is the gospel honest truth. Back in the 70s, my sperm donor, the dad the father that birth, whatever, right? He came by to visit one time in a Cadillac, and his Cadillac, he had a phone. It had a big ass antenna on the top of the car, a magnet antenna. You know what I mean? So they had them back then. Yeah. I'm talking about the 70s. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and then I remember the phone you carried,
big ass
box phone. Yeah. And then eventually the Star Trek phone came on or other bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They already were telling you about that phone.
I mean, if you think about it, the VCR, the first VCR weighed almost 500 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were telling you
now you can throw a VCR with one hand. It doesn't weigh shit. You know what I mean? So technology has definitely improved. Bro, you could get a camera this small, like the size of a dot, put it on a wall, and we could record the whole show. Yeah. Probably better than the camera that we have right now.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about that.
Dark web cameras.
Yeah.
These phones do reverse.
Oh, I know.
So either way you do it, they can see you.
It's recorded.
It hears everything you say.
You have to cover it. You have to cover it up, and it's all, like I said, they're all being tracked and traced. So there's no getting rid of evidence. Like Biden didn't get to shred stuff. Oh, we gotta shred it. We gotta
there's no shredding.
There's nothing. It's all there. It's like, again,
even when Hillary banged up the hard drives and everything, all that stuff is known.
No, of course it is. They already had it. She could break up anything she wants. You could break up this phone and be like, "Oh yeah, I destroyed the evidence."
Doesn't mean
that's
nothing.
what the cloud is for. That was the whole point.
How many crimes are committed, and the first thing they do is that they look at your phone calls, your text, and you think you delete it.
Yeah, and they even did it, but they even did it back when we were young. They still could track your phones on your landline. Exactly. Yeah, my dad was in the mafia. He had a fucking phone in the basement. He had 2 lines. He had one in the basement, one upstairs.
Well, my mom wasn't in the mafia, but we had 2 phones.
Exactly. So there you go. So that's what I mean. So that's exactly what it comes down to.
We had 2 phones. My sister had a phone in her room, and my mom had a phone. And the reason why she had a phone is because she was always fucking on it.
Yeah. There was one in my mom's room and one in the living room.
Yeah.
And then my mom had a cell phone.
Yeah.
And I said that.
No, we didn't have cell phones back then.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you my age right now, but there was no such thing as a fucking cell phone. They weren't even thought of. Star Trek.
Yeah.
You see it in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Freaking crying.
That's funny.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty. And now they probably can beam me up for real.
Right. I'll play this.
Who the fuck knows, bro?
This interview from Tucker. This is what basically people that are watching TV are listening to. This is what they're thinking to what they're saying right here.
The people don't matter in this case.
Man, I think this, for a bunch of reasons, it's so obvious. It is salacious. People have followed it for years. The president promised to reveal the truth about this. Pam Bondi, as you said, went on television, said we have the truth and we're going to give it to you.
Yes.
I think this is a big deal. It's a really big deal. It's bigger. So. I hope so too, actually. So let's just assess this logically. They're covering up the DOJ, the current DOJ under Pam Bondi is covering up crimes. Very serious crimes by their own description. Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
So there are really only 2 potential explanations that I can think of. Maybe you've got another. The first is that Trump is involved, that, Trump is on the list, they've got tape of Trump doing something awful. I don't believe that for 2 reasons. One, I've talked to Trump about it a lot. And I know him. He's not that, for whatever his sins. I don't think he's that guy, actually. I don't think he likes creepy sex stuff. That's just my view. But more, I think, convincing is that this is all information that the Biden administration had. And if there was evidence that Trump had been involved in illegal sexual activity, you think the people who made up Russiagate wouldn't have leaked it? Right. Come on now. So the only other explanation that I can think of, again, maybe you've got another, is that intel services are at the very center of this story, U.S. and Israeli, and they're being protected. I think that seems like
That's the most obvious. If you have a history of this, there have been multiple documented cases of pedophilia inside of the CIA perpetrated by CIA officers, documented that in many of those cases, I believe over a dozen cases, this was a BuzzFeed news piece years back, where the CIA specifically did not want to prosecute those individuals in federal court for fear that they would reveal sources and methods if they were pulled into open court. And they basically just made it go away. The only time they actually prosecuted somebody for child pornography was whenever he'd already being prosecuted for mishandling classified information.
Well, when they want to crush you, they put kiddie porn in your computer. That's why I don't have a computer. Don't own one.
Yeah, if you're an important person, you should be careful.
No computer in my house.
This is an important thing, though, is that we already have documented cases of them covering this up. I believe the CIA Inspector General, I forget the exact quote, but he said something along the lines of, you wouldn't even believe the amount of child porn, that I've seen while I'm on on this job. I mean, these are depraved. Look, I mean, it's a large organization, a small percentage of the U.S. We can make that argument. I think there is like something pathological, kind of in the minds of the people who excel in this type of environment.
Of course, it's based on lying.
Yes.
There you go. We just said that. We just basically said that in a nutshell.
See, that's one thing I like about Tucker. Tucker,
Sounds about right.
that's pretty much what I was saying too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah, and then if you take it deeper, like he says, like this amount of information.
they would have definitely used it against Trump if they had.
And then
But what I'm saying is that they're definitely hiding something.
So what is it? Saying,
I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't.
That's what happened. That's what they're saying. If the CIA and Israeli intelligence go down, it's a problem. Mass hysteria around the world. You're going to have fucking Israel spies.
I'm sure it has to do with something like that, but the whole point is why even say it.
I mean, he thought he wasn't thinking when he said it. It's something I want to tell you, but now that I realize I'm in this seat, fuck, if I tell it, I'm causing a problem that I'm trying to avoid. I came in and the first thing I said is I want people to stop dying. People gonna die if I put this out. Because these fucking two intelligence agencies who should have been stopped a long fucking time ago will go to war. They will start war. That's what they do. They specialize in psyops, starting wars with the mind.
All right.
The mind of masses.
I get it. But okay, let's go back to what I initially said about the victims. Now, if you can put yourself in the shoes of a victim or as a parent, here you want the truth exposed because your child was hurt or you were hurt, but they're not going to do it because of what you just said. Do you give a fuck?
Really don't.
I don't.
Really wouldn't.
I would say, like, fuck that. I want this motherfucker, Prince whoever, Mr. whoever, CEO whoever, to fucking go down because he raped me and he beat me or he did whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, you can handle it. It's easy for you to say because you can handle it
chief in command.
But when you're
consequences
and you're dealing with the civilian population. See, remember when we first started talking, you didn't believe in like adrenochrome and what they were doing with kids. I had to kind of ease you into that. You didn't want to hear about it. No, so put yourself in that same shoes of people that your neighbor that doesn't want to hear about it either. There's a lot more of them than there are of us.
Way more than them.
There's a lot more of them that are ignorant and taking the blue pill because they don't want to hear about this stuff. They don't want to la 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 la. I don't want to hear it. La la. I mean, the look you gave me when I said it to you, you were like, no, I don't want to hear about it.
Imagine them waking up the wrong way.
And I knew that when I saw your face. Like, imagine them waking up the wrong way, like he just said. That's the scary part. So as soon as you told me no, what did I do? I went, okay. And I didn't push it. Because I knew that it was like, nah, that's a little too much.
What did I do?
It's basically, think about it, though.
What did I do?
Sleepwalking.
Exactly, yeah.
Sleepwalking. That's what they're doing. They sleepwalking. If you wake them up wrong,
bingo.
It can get real bad.
Ding, 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 ding. Yep.
You wake up, everybody always says, never wake up somebody sleepwalking.
Yep. There you go.
They can kill you because they still think they're in a dream.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's why part of the reason why you didn't want to hear it is because again, you did the research, but at the same time, you're thinking of the victims. The first thing you think of is like, oh my God, like how could they do that to a child? That's crazy. Like that's the first thing you think of.
That's what everybody thinks.
That's what everybody thinks now. And that's why we said it. When it comes down to the children, that's what's going to change the course of humanity.
I've been saying, when they find out what they've been doing, when it is proven, laid on the table, facts laid there on that table, saying that governments did this to children, that will make everybody look at this world like, what the fuck?
Yep.
I heard another conspiracy the other day that the Statue of Liberty is not the Statue of Liberty.
No, it's not.
That is Lucifer Morningstar.
Yes, it is.
Bearing the light.
That's right.
With his 7-point crown on his head.
Bingo. Rondell just dropping it today. Yep.
That's how they play with you. That's how a lot of people do not realize. Why would they do this?
Yeah.
Why would they?
Well, I heard about that.
You're fucking. They're serving the devil. This
I think the Statue of Liberty is a man too.
The way to prosper in this land.
I heard that.
The easiest, laziest fucking way to prosper in this land: sell your soul.
Yeah,
everybody knows you sell your soul in America.
Yep.
It's gold.
Yep.
Sell your soul in America. You got to work for the devil. You wonder why these people doing this and this and this and that. This is his world.
That's right.
God gave him this realm.
Yeah.
Literally said, hey, here, since you don't like them so much, I'm gonna make you watch over their ass, and I'm gonna let you mess with them. But I'm gonna put boundaries on your ass. And when you think you got them, I'm gonna step in and show your ass.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what God did. Gave him this realm and said, now you gotta watch over the things you hate the most.
Yep.
So I'm gonna ask you a question.
There we go.
Okay.
Rondell bringing the fire tonight.
How do you fight the enemy? How do you fight the devil?
The word.
Put on the armor of God.
Exactly. And this is the sword. So if I have this sword and one of my weapons is that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, but he, God, that lives in me is greater than he is of the world. Because if God be for me, who be against me? Those are 3 different scriptures that I just gave you that are part of this sword.
Right.
And I live by that, bro. You know what I mean? So whatever goes on in my life, and I got shit going on in my life, bro, but all that shit is shit.
Shit.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like I said the other day. It's like we have a fucking chest plate on. You know, we're going to fucking feel the impact of the bullet, of the spear. But we have that breastplate of righteousness, knowing that we're right in whatever it is that we think. Because everybody's right is different.
Right.
All right?
Yeah, no doubt.
For whatever it is that we think, it just hits us and we feel the impact, but it doesn't kill us. Because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The sword. So you're right, brother. Absolutely right. But remember that there's only one way to fight Lucifer, and that's through the word. Because the word tells you that Lucifer is under your feet. He has no control over you.
Yeah.
No control.
No, because you see, you said it.
Altering fate.
This world belongs to who? This world belongs to Satan because he was cast here, 1/3 of the angels that followed him. All right. Millions of different demons of guilt, lust, all those demons came down with him. Right. So this ensures well. That's how come the Bible says that we're not of this world. Remember, we spoke about it last week. We're of the new earth, the new world. People are going to get stuck in this old earth, this world that belongs to Satan.
That's right.
They're going to get stuck in it, not us, because we're not of this world.
That's right.
When the new earth comes, we're going to be on that earth. And it's going to be the same planet, just a different frequency. And they won't be able to get to it. It's going to sound scratchy to them every time they try. Our frequency will be clear, full of truth, love, kindness.
There's a saying, a guy I listened to a podcast, he says, God is playing love songs while we were tuned into static. While we were tuned into static.
It's the truth.
Yeah. God was playing love songs while we were tuned into static. I love that one. Because it's really what it comes down to. It's 2 different radio stations playing out. So you're turning the channel and it gets, and then you want to get to the right channel. You're like, what channel is this? I want to get back to, some people want to get back to the old channel and they can't. And other people are trying to tune into the new channel and they don't like what they hear. And that's what it comes down to.
And then you go to the third party, they don't even turn the channel.
They don't even turn the channel.
They don't even have the radio on.
They don't even have it on. Yeah, that's true too. You know,
so it's sad what's going on in this world. I believe that a lot of people are waking up and are listening to the truth, and more people are listening to podcasts, and more people are doing the things that, they feel is right. Because honestly, the media is lying to you. I mean, the media is there to just lie to you, and
it's their job.
Yeah.
That's true. Tell
the
lies
media
to your
to me is like Medusa. Has all those little different snakeheads. You know what I mean?
That's Medea. Like the Medea.
Like Medea. Media.
It's the same thing. Remember, word? I was telling somebody the other day, the words are spelled. I was saying it to somebody today, actually.
How you think all these reporters, these old reporters living in these big ass houses, they got paid extra money to flip them false ass stories,
like Jake Tapper.
But they're getting exposed to a lot of those guys.
They're all going down.
Yeah, they told lies.
Yep. So if you're in Vero, come out to Filthy's on Thursday night if you want to talk more about this stuff.
Yeah, come on. Check it out. We're definitely going to be
there.
Check
it out. Yeah. Come on down. Let me pull it back up. That's funny.
Definitely be there.
Yeah. I'll try to go live.
I want to talk to Nick about security anyway, see if I get a little slot there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Actually.
I mean, I did security at the Grind and Grape. It was cool.
How was that? I forgot to ask you.
Well, they had a DJ Bodega, this young kid. I know his dad, actually, but this young kid was DJing. and he had a line down the block, bro.
Every time.
That's
The
crazy.
kid
Every
had a
weekend.
line down the block, and you know you had to check
Every
IDs because a lot of these people were young, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the place was a mess. Jared showed up with his buddies, and I let them in. They didn't have to wait on the fucking line.
Yeah.
So I let them in the back door. But what I'm saying, yeah, man. So it was cool because I got to hang out with my son. My son hung out by the door with me.
Yeah.
You know, he got a couple of phone numbers because if you leave that place, bro, I mean, it was a 3-to-1 ratio, dude.
That shit is crazy.
3 girls to every guy. If you left that place alone, you got some sour ass game, bro.
That's funny. Vero Beach game.
That shit'll make you sweat in there.
It was hot, bro. And then the thing was that they were to capacity. So when 2 people left, I had to let them know because I worked the side door.
Oh, yeah.
2 out. So they would let 2 in. And people were waiting, dude. People were waiting. They were trying to give me money at the door. Give me $60, $80. I don't want your money, bro.
There's nowhere for you to walk through.
Oh, my God.
Not even that,
You can't
bro.
get in. Once you get past you back there, bro, there's no. You gonna get through there.
It's
and when you
small,
get in,
bro.
you got nowhere to go in there.
But I got to tell you, man, it was calm. You know, we kept the place good. You know, I had a lot of fun doing it. It's not something I've done in a long time. I used to do it in New York. I did it in New York. I bounced in a club. So it was kind of fun. It brought back some memories, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
hanging out with my kid was the best of it, you know, so.
That's cool. Yeah, that's all it is. You just enjoy the moment. You're there doing a thing, you're working, and then he comes by and checks and sees you.
So it was cool. Can't complain.
It's all good, man.
So I'm available for security. We're putting it out there.
Nice. Yes. And he's got security detail.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it. That's awesome. That's fucking great. Okay.
So how things been with you, John, on the real?
Everything's good. Yeah. Guys picked up a couple of counts for Blackout Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got picked up Riders Market on Vero's Beach.
You picked up Riders?
Riders, yep. So,
nice.
So he's doing it there, and then I'm still working on Village Beach Market. And
Try to get Publix. I'm going to tell you why. Publix is a Florida-based company.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this is a Florida-based company.
Yeah, I'm working on trying to find.
I think they have shows. There's places that have shows for local people, like Sam's Club and all that stuff. You should try to check them out.
Yeah, I'm going to work on the bigger accounts too. But
Mike, to the point. I mean, he knows. I mean, he's at Sam's Club. I'm sure he knows the right people.
I'm sure you got to go through corporate and all that shit.
It is what it is, but go through it.
You got to go through the process, and I'm going to work on that. Yeah, so
you get Publix, bro. You're fucking. We're moving the studio to the fucking. Right. You know, we're moving the studio. Getting fucking everything fucking wired nice. You know.
Yeah. So I got a coffee shop up in Sebastian that placed an order today, and then we got a cigar shop in Fort Pierce that wants me to come down Thursday.
So I'm looking at carrying this drink is it's a mushroom drink, but the lion's mane and everything else. Yeah, it's called Gym Weed.
Okay, nice.
So I got the can, and I trying to call the company, see what they distribute it for.
All right, let me know.
I might be
interested in getting some of those.
Yeah, man, Gym Weed. So they have 4 different flavors.
Yeah.
And it's lion's mane, mushrooms, ashwagandha, all that good stuff. Yeah, so supposed to help you focus, give you energy.
Yeah.
Natural,
I love them.
Natural,
Gino carries some of those.
Yeah, natural. So it's called Gym Weed. He carries Gym Weed?
He doesn't carry Gym Weed, but he carries a mushroom drink that I like to get.
Because I want to get some Gym Weed, and then I want to get some coffee.
Yeah. For sure.
Because the other part of my shop, the part that right now, Nikki got hooked up with all kinds of different of my old stuff. So she has my altar up there too.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll get some of those, and
I want to see about maybe putting something in there.
Yeah. It's all gonna come to play, man. Everything's gonna be fucking great soon. It's just we just had to we got to weather the storm.
Well, I don't know if you guys know, I'm also doing some pressure washing. So I bought a tank of pressure washer. I just picked up a sweeper.
Mister got a lot going.
Yeah, I got a lot going. You know what it is, man? I can't just stay still and say that I got nothing. I have to do something about nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry. I can't because if I just sit there, man, I'll be fucking forever broke. And not that I'm a lover of money. I'm not. And maybe that's why I don't have a lot of it. I never will. But I just want to pay my bills, man.
Don't say you never will, though. Don't say that.
I don't care too much.
Yeah, I know, but you don't say it. You can't say that because words are spells.
I love money. I want a lot of money.
I want a lot of money.
Yeah, you can't do that. You got to say it. Don't put limitations on it. No limitations.
You know what I want? I want financial freedom.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever that takes. I want financial freedom. I want to be able to not, if a bill comes in, it's done, and that's and that bill is like the only bill. It's not a portion of a bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
like a credit card. I'm paying you $100 because I owe you $5,000. No, I can't do that anymore. I want to be financially free.
Yeah,
whatever that takes. So I am putting that out to the universe. And if that takes whatever it takes, it is what it is.
There you go.
But that's what I've been looking for. No, what I'm saying is that the things I do, I don't do for money.
Yeah.
I do for the, for the things that I have. You know what I mean? I don't do it for the money to have money in the bank and all that shit. I don't do it for that.
Yeah, I got you.
I do it to maintain the life that I have.
Yeah,
and I want better. Find that financial freedom that I could do whatever I want at that point.
God know my heart. He know I want to be rich.
Right? But it's work to live or live to work. It's two things. You either work to live or you live to work.
I'm gonna get a sign that says "We'll work for Jim."
There you go.
You know how you got the sign that says "We'll work for food." I'll write it on a cardboard, but really put it out there on the sign, huh?
Yeah, I'll take abundance.
Yeah, that's good, man. Look, abundance is great. Look, I believe in abundance. I believe that was a topic of this year's podcast was abundance.
Absolutely.
So I believe in abundance. I'm going to need an abundance to be financially free. So
that's exactly
what I'm saying? Honestly.
There you go.
So, I know abundance is coming, but the point that I'm trying to say, I don't do things for money. Like I'm not for sale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like I don't do things for money. Yeah. Like there's no I don't have a price tag.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes total sense. Yeah. But apparently, some of these people that are doing some deep dark shit, they got a price tag.
Yeah, they're fucking evil because you know why because they know that money's power. It's the truth. The more money you have, the more power you have. Yeah. I kind of want that kind of power.
Yeah.
So these people are evil.
Yeah.
Now, you give a good person money, they do good things.
Absolutely.
You give an evil person money, what they do? More evil things. Yeah. And when you could do evil things and pay for it, like all these protests, like right now, those 10 that try to kill the FBI agents and all that shit, all that takes money.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just like the mob.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that for free.
So it takes a little bit of conversation. Mm-hmm. Let me manipulate you. Let me give you the money. I'll go do it.
Absolutely.
Gave you all the tools.
Yeah, evil.
Yeah.
Or you could have took those same 10. Here's some money. Now go feed the homeless.
Exactly. Go do something besides doing what
they
did.
Feed the homeless.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do shit. Go
help a child.
That's what you're doing.
See what you can do about maybe buying a family some groceries.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. Let God lead you to the right person that you can walk in, that you'll see it. You'll know it. You'll be in the supermarket and you'll see the lady struggling to pay and you just say, ma'am, I got that.
Pay it forward.
Doesn't matter how much it is. Absolutely. You have it because you know you got it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's huge.
That's what I'm talking about. So you could do that with money.
That's an exchange of energy. See, that's the thing with money. Money is currency. So it's just like electricity. It's currents. So it's a current. So if you use it for good or you use it for bad, you either do it for shady shit or you do it for good shit. It's all comes down to that.
That's it.
That's all it comes down to. We were talking to Quinn before the podcast. He was here earlier, and we were talking about his. He was talking about
Quinn's gotten tall, man.
I know, right?
Fucking Quinn. He called me the other day, man. It was weird because the first thing I think about, when a young man calls me, and your son.
He's like,
oh, yeah. I mean, I've known him for years. I mean, he's like, I've known since he was a little boy.
Yeah, right.
So when he called me, first thing I said, hey, you okay?
Yeah.
My first thought, man, he's calling me, what's up?
Yeah.
Nah, man, just calling to see how you're doing.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
Right.
And I said before, when an old guy calls or, somebody, it's because they got nothing to do. You know what I mean? Right. But when a young guy calls you, you say, wow, like, I'm sure he has a ton of shit going on.
Yeah, right.
But he fucking took the time to just say, hey, what's up? How you doing? That fucking, that shit touched my heart. Mm-hmm. See, we go back to kindness. And it didn't take any currency to do that.
No, it didn't.
See what I'm saying, though?
No, it's true. Yeah.
Evil costs money.
Yeah.
Kindness is free.
Yeah, that
remember, there's a price to pay for evil. The Bible says it. Oh. There's a price to pay. You got to pay for that shit.
Yeah. Well, just like in the Matrix when he went back, in the Matrix.
But what comes free? Love. Love is free. And what is love? Love is, love is kind. Is beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
That's how friend that today.
That's how it wins.
I got a girl. He going through some girl problems. I told him, bro. Real shit. Love shouldn't cost you a damn thing. Honestly. I said, that don't sound like love to me. I'm letting you know right now.
Yeah.
Walk away from that shit.
Well, that's
Because that don't sound like when it's based on you doing something for me, that is not love.
it's true. That's conditional love.
That's conditional.
They put conditions.
That's a situation.
Yeah, it's a conditional love. There's two different things: unconditional love and there's conditional love. You're putting conditions on it. So when you tell a child, like,
not a relationship.
do this, and I'll give you this, that's conditional love. I'll love you for that. Unconditional love is no matter what you do,
I'll deal with you for that.
Yeah,
But that's not even love. That's manipulation.
Yeah, that's how I deal with you for
conditions on it, but it's fake love. It's what it is. You put the fake
See, that's
love
a counterfeit love. It looks like $100 bill, but it really
Exactly. Exactly.
Really?
It is.
No,
It's manipulation.
that's not love.
Like
Not
you said.
money.
Yeah.
Love is unconditional.
Yes.
You know, the Bible describes love, as I told you in 1 Corinthians 13, that love is kind. It, does not envy. It does not boast. It is not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. All that stuff is love, man.
Yep.
All that shit that you're talking about, it keeps a record of wrong because it's conditioned.
Absolutely.
They may even use your wrongs against you to get the condition, but they love you.
Yep.
But do you remember this?
Exactly.
They kept the file cabinet of your shit.
Yep. The whole document.
Right. The whole thing.
Bro.
Keeping a record. That ain't love.
It's fucking data, all
Keeping a
kinds of
record
data
is not
online.
love.
It's crazy.
Conditions. People put
You
conditions
speak
on
about, we were talking earlier about Space Force, remember? And all the data.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that the best processor is in our mind?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The best processor is in our mind. We could bring shit up and fucking pull shit out quicker than a computer.
Yeah.
You got to click. There.
You got to think about people who jump to conclusions without thinking shit all the way through.
But then again, you got to live by the 4 agreements.
Yeah.
That's the case. You can't make assumptions.
Wish
Not
everybody
take
knew.
things personal.
That's right.
I wish everybody
Be
knew.
impeccable with your word.
There it is right here.
And the most important thing to me,
Do your
what's
best.
the most important thing?
Do your best.
Do your best.
It's all right
Keep on
here.
trying.
It's all right here.
I always end up with 2 joints.
There are 4 agreements.
You be
It
sitting
sits
on
here in
them
the podcast room next to the Bible. Yeah, it's a good book. Check it out. Check out my Collective Dream podcast. I did a whole podcast about the 4 agreements and the Voice of Knowledge. It's a good show. It's a good show. One of probably the most popular show I did on that channel. So check it out. The Collective Dream with John and Quinn, but Quinn's never there. So I bring guests in. And they speak their truth too. So it's a little different than the TGI now. It's a little not in your face. That's all right. People like it,
No,
So,
you just go with it.
yeah, it's fun. No, I like doing it. Yeah. I should do it more, but I just don't get around to it for some reason. I'm building a studio on our Indiana connection, so I'm building that out so I can do like online interviews. So I'm going to do that at some point.
You know what's funny, John? What you just said about Indiana connection. Yeah, you build a studio.
Yeah.
No, that stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, the microphone. Yeah. There it is. There it is right there.
This is how we started.
There it
Just
is.
One microphone
That's it.
in the middle of the table.
Oh, man. Yeah, one mic.
That's
That
it
one
right there.
microphone.
That's it. That's why I use it, because it reminds me of that.
Yeah. So I mean, we went out and we researched, John and I, what microphone we need to buy, who's using what,
Right.
and we got that one mic and we did the N word.
Yep.
Our first podcast.
Yep. Yep.
Do you remember that? We were in the middle of the
4
showroom.
years ago now.
We were in the showroom. We were in the in the actual showroom of my shop.
Yeah.
We weren't in my office. We weren't in the back. The back wasn't even made yet. There wasn't the
We were
cage
just building
yet.
it out.
Was still
We were just finishing it up. Yeah.
Not even.
It was.
No,
It was still.
He had to do all that shit.
I had the plants back then.
No. You took the plant. The plants were out. Remember, I got fired from the job in May of 2021. So we started the podcast in June.
But the room I know wasn't made because we weren't back.
No, it was almost done. I just come back from vacation. You had it all done real quick, but we didn't do it
I don't remember
because it was too hot back there. So we didn't sit back there. So we sat in the front first. Then we went in the back.
But I ended up. How did we stay cool back there? What did we? What did I do?
We got the fans. Yeah, we got the big fans.
Two
Big fans, and then I would open the.
Then that's
big
why
gate.
we went back there.
Yeah,
And then if you listen to the old podcast, you can hear the fans
right.
blowing in the background.
Yeah, because I remember when we had the plants back there.
Yeah, it was too hot.
That's when I fell down. But remember that?
I
I took a hit. I fucking cracked my head.
Yep.
Fucking
Dude,
that's crazy.
thinking you Cheech and Chong.
It's like it never existed. It's like it wasn't even there. It only exists now that we bring it up in the present. Yeah, we just bring it up now.
But the cave was cool as fuck, though.
Yeah,
the cave was nice. We did some nice stuff in there.
Hell yeah, it was awesome.
What was the kid's name with the wheelchair?
Jesse.
Yeah,
Jesse. Yeah, I actually had video of him popped up the other day when he was singing in the cave. He was singing in the back, and I actually listened to the song today.
Wow, Jesse, he used to come with his mom all the time. Remember?
Yeah. Quinn still stays in touch with him every once in a while. Yeah.
I remember.
Actually, Quinn brought him here to see the studio like a year ago.
Oh, the shop was rocking back then, bro. I was making fucking $30,000 a month.
I know. It's sucking crazy.
I was doing good, but the cave it wasn't making any money, but it was more of because of the cave, the shop was popular.
Yeah, because people like to go back there and chill.
Yeah, and I remember these two ladies would come for lunch. They would get a couple of pre-rolls. They would have their salads, and they would sit in the back, and I would have whatever I had on TV. I would ask them, what you want to play? They said, no, that's fine. Yeah. And then they would sit back there, smoke their doobie, had their little thing, and leave. And they would always leave me a tip.
It's crazy.
And the lady one time, she told me, you know why we come here? And, I said to have your lunch, right?
Yeah.
She says, no, because we feel safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, and remember I told you that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah.
I said, wow, that was fucking cool that she said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There was a good vibe there, for
Yeah,
sure.
it really was, man.
Yeah, no, there was always a good vibe
the
there.
cave was nice. The same vibe I get out of this room, really.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that's in here was in the cave.
Well, like I said I said to somebody, it's this table. There's some kind of energy with this table because somebody built it with their hands. They painted it, and then Kelly painted over top of what was on here because there was a picture.
Roman was involved in this.
In building and painting the tank. So there's a lot to this table. This table carries a lot of frequency to it.
You know what I paid for this table?
Yeah, probably
I bought
like $50.
this table $35.
That's crazy.
I bought it at the Humane Society.
Yeah.
Not the Humane Society, the ones that builds the houses.
Oh, yeah, Habitat.
Yeah. I bought it there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it had like a water, like a.
It had like a little sun. It was like a little ocean thing, and it said like "My Sunshine" on it or something like that. And
I thought it was kind of cool. And then Kelly went over it. And look, I mean, she went over this like almost 3-4 years ago. And look, it still looks good, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We need to take everything off and take a picture and put it out there because this table, man, it's priceless.
It needs to be wiped down anyway.
Yeah, it's priceless though. I mean, it's a heavy table. Yeah, it's not shit either.
It's perfect size too. It's perfect size for the show. It's not too wide. It's perfect size. Yeah.
Well, just reminiscing about the show. We just hit our 4th year, so it's like wow.
I know, right? Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in and sharing and liking and commenting. A lot of great comments. Thanks, Mike from To The Point. He said Rondell was on fire tonight.
Yeah, Rondell was on fire today, bro.
The weed.
Carolyn was checking in too. We appreciate her checking in. And then we had somebody else. Somebody was making comments. A new listener right here. Tim was up here.
So if you guys are looking for merch, we also have merch as well.
Twitter X33.
And John can mail you one of our stickers. So if you guys are looking for a sticker, just hit us up on the comments, and we'll mail you out a sticker on us.
Yeah, definitely.
And we got merch on the Newer Connections.
Yep. So check
out our merch and all that other stuff.
Mike's doing some updates on that. There you go. Look at that. That looks good. You go. That looks good.
Yeah,
Mike's doing some updates.
Nice and bright. Yeah,
he's doing some updates.
Yeah, Mike from To The Point. Listen to his podcast as well. It's a really good podcast.
That's In Your Connections. Go to inyourconnections.com. That's our affiliate. All our podcasts are under that. Creative media marketing consultation. We do all kinds of stuff. We got our different podcasts, board report, connecting people in places. IRC Media is our new venture now. So that's all the media stuff that we're doing. So we're growing. So Mike's changed up the podcast a little bit. I like it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. So check it out.
Wow.
InYourConnections.com. We got our TGI Now stuff there too as well. Got our merch. There it is.
Oh, he's not done yet. He's still working. That's fine. Cool. So when we pick it up, but we do have some nice merch, t-shirts, hats.
Yep.
different stuff.
Yep. For
Check
sure.
that out,
Check it out. Yep.
And again, just share the show and check out Cap's Pizza, man. Cap's Pizza is a place to go if you guys are looking for a nice slice of pizza, a place they have a party room, just a nice spot,
Yeah.
There they go.
Yeah, we gotta get everybody's pictures. So we gotta get that updated too. But Mike's working on it. Looks good. It looks good. Good job, Mike.
Yeah.
Good shit, Mike.
It's awesome. Oh yeah. Nice. Fuck yeah. All right.
Cool.
Looking good.
The American flag, man.
Yeah. He's got the merch. Yeah,
Now he's working on it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Still under
No
construction.
merch. Yep.
Well,
All right, guys. Well, a little over an hour.
thanks for listening, guys. Please share the show. Check out Cap's Pizza.
Yep. Give him a shout. 772-770-CAPS. Knocking out pizza since 1987.
And if you guys are looking for your driveway to get done, give me a call at 772-713-0921.
That's funny.
Yeah, man, I'm going to start that, man.
That's great.
Something it keeps me outside. I like being outside, and it just keeps me active. I like the whole idea
Yeah,
of it.
that's good.
I was talking about this with Benny years ago, starting a pressure washing business.
All right.
Ben Benner, man, yeah.
All right.
All righty, guys. God bless, man. Thanks for listening.
All right, guys. Stay human.
Love, peace, chicken grease, baby. We out.
We out.